Hi everyone, this is Heidi and you're watching Heidi K Makeup. I'm going to show you how to do this look today. This is my no makeup look. There's actually quite a few steps to make it look like this, but it's trying to create a flawless finish like I'm not wearing makeup when I totally am. So if you want to see how I achieved this look, keep watching. I'm going to start by priming my face. I'm using the Hard Candy Sheer Envy Primer here. You want to use a primer just because we want the skin to look really flawless. This is a great primer. It's very similar to Smashbox Photo Finish, only way cheaper and you get a lot more product. So I really like that. I'm just using my hands to apply it. For my foundation, I'm using a pretty full coverage one today. This is the Physicians Formula Youthful Wear, and it's kind of a thick, creamy consistency because, again, we're not going to be doing a lot of crazy colors, and so I want my skin to look really flawless. Just using my hands to blend that in. For my concealer, I'm going in with this NYX concealer, and it's a salmon shade. And I'm actually using that to color correct because I've got these purple dark circles underneath my eye, and so the salmon is going to make that a little bit less intense. Now I'm going to go ahead and set my foundation. I'm using this fluffy kabuki brush and my Palladio rice powder. And I'm going to just put it down the center of my face and use a patting motion, and then after doing that, I'm going to blend out. Then I'm going in with a fluffy eyeshadow brush to set the concealer. You can skip this step if you find it cakes up under there, but I like it because otherwise I find my concealer just kind of slides around. Now I'm going to do my brows. Our brows are all different, so do whatever you normally do. I prefer this NYX cake powder and this angled shadow brush and just fixing my brows that way because the cake powder comes in auburn, and as you can see my hair is red. But everyone's eyebrow shape is different, and so what you normally do is going to be different than what works for me. I'm going to brush through that with a spoolie brush that actually just comes in the kit just to make sure the hairs kind of all stay in place. Then I'm going to do my blush. This is the Tarte Amazonian Clay in Exposed, and it's kind of a rosy tan blush. I'm using this soft blush brush to apply it. If you do bronzer, now would be the time to do it, but I prefer this over bronzer because I like the kind of rosy tone that it applies. So I'm actually going to kind of apply it to my temples and into my hairline the way you would with bronzer. Then I'm going to do my highlight. This is Too Faced Candlelight, and I'm using that same soft brush and applying it onto my cheekbones and creating a little bit of a C shape to kind of bring out the high points of my face. And then I'm using that eyeshadow brush again just to bring it down the center of my nose and my finger to apply it on my Cupid's bow. I want my skin to appear really glowy for this look. If you have oily skin, you might want to skip the highlighter. Now I'm going to apply a primer for my eyeshadow. It's up to you whether or not you want to use eyeshadow, but I'm going to for this look. So I'm just using my e.l.f. eyelid primer. This was like $1. Then I'm going in with a matte shade that is lighter than my skin tone. This is Too Faced Vanilla, and a flat shader brush, and just patting it onto my lid. You could also use this shade as the highlight if you like, but I'm actually going to go in with a lighter shade for that. I'm going to go in with Too Faced In The Buff, which is similar. It's matte, but it's even lighter. And just apply it under the arch of my brow, and then I'm going to also put it in my inner corner. I usually do shimmery right here, but I'm trying to make this look a little bit more natural. Then I'm going in with a light brown. This is Too Faced Mariposa, and that same shadow brush, and just applying it in windshield wiper motions into my crease. I'm trying to create dimension here. Next, I'm going to take that same brush in a slightly deeper but more medium tone matte brown, Teddy Bear by Too Faced, and apply that into my crease as well. I'm using kind of a more circular motion to blend this in. Then I'm going to apply my eyeliner. I'm using gel eyeliner. This is Physicians Formula Blue Eyes Shimmer Strips. It's black, but it's got a little bit of shimmer in it. If you have a matte tone one, that would be better. And I'm going to just apply that to the base of my lashes. You can see it kind of looks like I'm applying it to my upper waterline, but I'm not actually putting it in the waterline. I'm putting it right at the base of the lashes, just to make them look a little bit thicker. I find that if I put it on my actual upper waterline, all it does is get into my eye and like blind me a little bit. So it's right at the base. You can see I'm going to come in from underneath and then from above. And I'm only going about 3/4 of the way in. I'm not going all the way into the inner corner. Then I'm going to set that, and I'm actually taking a dark matte brown. You can use black if you have a darker skin tone than I do, but I have such fair skin and blue eyes that I find the brown looks just a little bit more natural. And I'm just putting a powder over the top so that it doesn't slip and slide around throughout the day. Moving on to mascara, I'm going to apply my Wet n Wild Mega Volume Mascara. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of this, but it's just what I happen to be using right now. So whatever your favorite mascara is, go ahead and apply that. The lashes are really important for this look. Now for my favorite My Lips But Better shade. This is the NYX lipstick in Tea Rose. It's this perfect rosy sort of color. I find that nudes don't look quite so natural because no one's lips are actually the shade of their skin tone. So I prefer kind of a more rosy sort of color. You can skip gloss if you like, but I'm going to go in with Tarte's Jenna, which is this pretty rosy mauve sort of color, just because I like the way gloss looks on my lips. Now that the lips are done, my mascara has had a little bit of time to dry, so I'm going to go ahead and add a second coat. And I'm going to set the whole thing with my e.l.f. Mist and Set Spray. If you have oily skin, you might not need to do this, but my skin is dry, and I find that I get a little bit of a powdery look if I don't do this step. What do you think?
You all enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. I'd love to hear from you guys. What are some of your best tricks when you're trying to look like you're not wearing makeup even though you are? So be sure to leave that in the comments below. Like this video if you enjoyed it, and be sure to hit subscribe so that next time I put out a video, you'll know about it. Thanks for watching. Bye.